Firfir and Findik, a journey through time. One morning, Firfir and Findik were wandering through the old streets of the village when they stopped in front of a small shop. The sign read, Mr. Time's Clocks. The vintage and beautiful clocks in the display window caught their attention. Wagging his tail, Findik said, "These clocks are so old, but they look amazing." Firfir added, "Let's go inside. Maybe Mr. Time will tell us a story." As they entered the shop, the wooden floors creaked softly. The shelves were filled with hundreds of clocks, some ancient, some sparkling like new. Mr. Time, an elderly and wise man, was sitting in a corner, repairing a clock with a magnifying glass in hand. "Welcome, my little friends," said Mr. Time with a smile. "Are you curious about this clock?" he asked, pointing to one of the large gleaming clocks in the window. The clock had the words, "The Gate of Time," intricately engraved on it. "This clock is very special," Mr. Time continued. "It can take you to the past of this village. But be careful, you must not change the past, only observe it." "Travel to the past? Really?" Firfir asked eagerly. Findik chimed in excitedly. "That would be an amazing adventure. We have to try it." Mr. Time carefully wound the clock and explained how it worked. "Focus on the ticking of the clock and place your hands on this button. When you are ready, I'll open the gate of time for you." Firfir and Findik placed their paws on the clock. Mr. Time pressed the button and suddenly colorful lights surrounded them. The ticking grew faster and the duo found themselves traveling back in time. After a while, everything stopped. Firfir and Findik arrived at the time when the village was first established. Looking around, they saw that the village consisted of just a few wooden huts. People were working in the fields, gathering food with their animals. In the village square, a large oak tree was being planted. "I know this tree," exclaimed Firfir. "It's the big oak tree that symbolizes our village, so it was planted here 100 years ago." The duo watched as people worked together, helping each other gather food from the fields and build the village. A group of children carried food to the animal. Firfir and Findik were amazed by the harmony between people and animal. After a while, Firfir noticed something carved into an old wooden plank. It read, "Solidarity is the foundation of our village." Findik said, "This should still be true today. People and animals working together made the village strong." Firfir agreed, "You are right. We should share this message with everyone in the village." The clock reminded them that it was time to return. The ticking sound started again, and the lights surrounded them once more. Suddenly, they found themselves back in Mr. Time's shop. "What did you see?" asked Mr. Time. Firfir and Findik shared the story of the village's early days and how important solidarity was. Mr. Time smiled and said, "Your mission is to bring the spirit of that time to the present. Remind your village of the importance of unity and cooperation." Firfir and Findik returned to the village square and told everyone about what they had seen. The villagers were reminded of the importance of solidarity. That day, they held a grand celebration in the village. Firfir and Findik were no longer just the village's best friends. They became heroes who reminded everyone of the village's past and its values. And from the sky, 3 apples fell. One for those who learn from the past, one for those who know how to share, and one for those who cherish friendship.